Underway here for the 2020 and 21 Big Ten Cross Country Championship. We need to say it that way because they'll be right back here in October, hopefully, and they'll do it again.
Of course, there's concern, around competing and practicing during COVID-19, but honestly, when we got word that we were going to be able to have a season with cross country and track and field, I think I speak for our staff in general when I say we were just really excited, and we try to control the variables and help our student athletes succeed, but we are just excited to move forward with competition.
We were supposed to return a full squad that had been at Big Tens and had won before and had a lot of experience, but we ended up only returning 3 of us. So, our whole entire crew except for 3 of us were first time in a Big Ten championship. So looking ahead, we were like, we're young and we're gonna learn from this. And the expectation is that we're gonna show up and we're gonna give it all that we can, and whatever happens, happens.
Having our first meet being the championship was hard to prepare for, just in the sense that we haven't raced that far in a very long time. But I think just being on the team and knowing that we were all going to go into it, knowing that it was going to be hard, and knowing that we were all going to encourage each other out there on the course and get it done, that was what was really helpful in mentally preparing.
A lot of Michigan State right now, Lindsey Graham, Jenna Magness, they had one of the best packs last year. They went 14, 15, 16. So if that entire pack at 14, 15, 16 is able to just slide up a little bit, and we see Graham and Magness on the right side, and it also looks like Johnson's there. So that was your 14, 15, 16 pack last year, and they're trying to be right in that top 10.
The day of the meet, I think Coach Bresnow really focused on making sure that we were calm and kept reminding us again that we had a lot of time and to not get really tense, and just that if we had nerves, it wasn't a bad thing. It just meant we cared, but we didn't need to let those nerves overrun us and kind of take away our focus on doing what you could for the girl next to you and your teammate that you've been working with all season, and just appreciating that time again to be at the meet itself.
It was all just excitement and really positive energy from everyone on the team and from Coach Bresnow. And we were all just so happy to be there and so excited to compete. And when we were in the our little huddle before we start the race, Coach Bresnow said, "All right, go green, go white, go state on 3." And just hearing her say that, it was just so surreal. I just got chills.
It looks like, unless something catastrophic happens, Michigan State might have locked up that title defense. Katie Hosika in 17th. You've got 5 runners in the top 17. That's really impressive. And 147, they were 14, 15, 16 last year. So making that big of an improvement with your top 3 is absolutely going to be exactly what you need to do to defend.
We're fortunate enough during the race to have live results, and I'm not a coach that likes to follow them during the race. I find it really distracting, honestly, because I just want to coach to the moment and stay calm myself. And I feel like if I see those results, I might get too excited or say something in the wrong way. So I just tried to follow my advice to them, which the biggest part is staying calm and following the plan and supporting them.
Michigan State winning it again. They won it last year, and they'll win it again for their 8th team title.
When we all crossed the line, we really did have no clue that we had won the meet. I crossed, and then India crossed right behind me. We got our neck gaiters on, and we were just hugging and, trying to calm down a little bit. And then I look up and I see 3 or 4 of our teammates have already crossed the line. So I was like, okay, everybody did really well today, and we just keep seeing them come in. We were all just happy that we had the opportunity to race.
I say to the group of girls, I'm like, today might have not been the best showing for everybody, but each and every one of you learned a lesson today. Even I learned a lesson today. I'm sure all the seniors did. It was just kind of a very solemn moment. We're walking back and everybody's getting changed and it's quiet. And finally somebody was like, what, how did we do? Nobody even thought to ask. And the coaches weren't around and there's no spectators, so you have no idea unless the coaches tell you. And Lindsey Graham, a senior or a 6th year, looks at her phone and she goes, "Guys, we won." And we all look at each other and we go, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, we won."
Not only the girls that were there that day and had raced, but all of us had, like, on the team, even us that were like back in East Lansing, had worked towards that. And just knowing that I had come together that day and been able to do what I did with my teammates because of like the strength of our team was just so exciting. So I was very happy about it. It's surreal.
It's just a sign of being dug into the day, to the process, to one another, and just being excited about their effort afterwards. I think the majority of them could say, yeah, I did everything in my power to be at my best in that moment. And so they were excited about that. Finishing first on that day was kind of like a cherry on top.